9-3.
Shuts every one of them down. That's a full team kill.
He's looking for third. He's gonna get it.
Not the kill, and Vastek's gonna find another one. He finds that shot. He finds two.
He's still alive. Can he go in?
Oh my goodness.
He's gonna go bar down and give Saints the lead again.
Hello, Saints and Nation, and welcome back here as we're back with some more NECC action. We just wrapped up our Rocket League game, finishing up just a couple hours ago, but here we are back now with some Rainbow Six Siege. My name, Jackson the Pride Brown, still joined alongside Joshua Fundy here today, or sorry, Pafundi here today. But with that one being said, we got your St. Clair Saints versus Purdue here today in NECC Rainbow Six Siege. I believe this is week 8 as well. Very excited to hop into this one. How you feeling, Josh?
Good. I mean, we got a pretty interesting game coming up, considering a lot of the changes that have been happening in Siege itself this week, right?
The past couple weeks.
Yeah, this game should be the first one, I believe, where Goyo is, the reworked Goyo is available to play. So that is definitely going to be interesting, especially, I mean, we just had some of the pro games up on there. It seems he's being utilized pretty fairly in a lot of those games, so I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up seeing one of these teams pick him up for a site here.
I would not be surprised at all. I think that maybe in the earlier rounds and earlier maps or whatnot, they're going to stick a little bit more to meta and then maybe try things out depending on how they're going with this series. You know, if they start to get into a little bit of a rut, they might pull it out to try to like maybe mess up some things. And or if they are starting to create a dominant victory or something like that, they will maybe pull it out to try it out or whatnot. But it did be very interesting to see how things play out here today in the NECC. When we were looking at this matchup and just standings, this should realistically be a very even matchup here between these two teams. I believe this is Purdue's B roster, actually, when it does come to Rainbow Six Siege. But with that being said, Purdue, always a very, very strong school when it does come to Rainbow Six Siege, and it could be very interesting to see how this one plays. Like, you were talking about some of the reworks that have been happening, but you also have now that the attackers can switch what operator they're on during the droning phase. So we saw that for the first time last week. It wasn't used a crazy amount. However, it's been a little bit more time here now. We could see some teams start to like get a little bit more of an idea of what they want to do with it, and we could see it get utilized a little bit more here today. But with that being said, I mean, lots of changes, and it's almost like a whole new R6 game.
Yeah, I mean, being able to counterpick during droning phase, so like you see what site they're on, and you're like, okay, we're pushing this site. All right, I'm gonna switch off of. Oh, we need a hard breach now. Maybe we're not looking at like a thermite here. We're gonna want a Habana instead, right? Just like having those options while you're still gathering info and while the defenders are setting up. It completely changes the attacker mindset coming into the initial draft pre-droning phase.
100%. And, you know, talking about maps and whatnot, we actually do have our first 2 maps here for this series today. I believe we're starting on Coastline here, and then we are moving over to the next. Actually, we got it on our screen here right now. Coastline Clubhouse are going to be your first 2 maps today. I was talking about how the Saints have been looking rocky on Oregon for the past couple years. But with that one being said, we are going to be on Coastline and Clubhouse here today. I really just was happy to not see Oregon in the first couple maps when we are playing a school as strong as Purdue. This is anybody's game to take. I'd prefer to play our maps that we're a little bit more experienced on. Coastline, Clubhouse, those are 2 maps you've been seeing a lot from them lately.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've definitely seen the Saints on Coastline before, looking pretty strong, pretty comfortable. So, starting that off with map 1, not a bad start going up against Purdue. Yeah,
we actually did see Untold Warrior on Coastline last time around. He had a great game, and that's awesome for like the rookies coming into this lineup that haven't been around for too long. So I believe we're seeing Untold Warrior again here today, or actually Salty Boy might be the actual one. So Salty Boy is going to be the 5th coming in today. Right. So switching things up a little bit, they're trying to see what they can do. So yeah, Salty Boy will be your 5th here tonight, joined alongside Kanger, Chars, JM Beast, and Rapid. Those will be your starting 5 for your Saints. We're not exactly sure on the first starting 5 for Purdue as of yet. However, we're going to have that in just a few moments when we hop into game, but Coastline should only be a few minutes away.
Yeah, and what are your thoughts coming into this game, Jackson? I mean, I know you're much more like on top of Saints R6 than I am. So I mean, coming in, into this game against Purdue? I mean, we're seeing the rosters there on the screen now. Do you recognize any of these players or?
Yeah, so we do have Leo, we do have Squirrel, Drew, 3, and Hoku. So honestly, I don't recognize a crazy amount of these players from Purdue. I do know that Purdue's always strong, though,
Yeah.
regardless of that being said. I think that the Purdue A roster is the roster I know a little bit better.
Okay.
But with that being said, hey, they can learn from that A roster. They could probably have some of those same tricks up their sleeve themselves. And we could see anything happen here. So I believe we also heard that the Saints are going to be starting on attacking side for both of these two ones. And the attacking side for the Saints has been pretty lethal. I mean, last week we saw the Bernie strat come through. 5 LMGs, man. That can be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if maybe if the Saints find themselves in a comfortable position, we'll see the Bernie strat come through again tonight. But yeah, I think the Saints starting on attack as well. I want to see them utilize these new systems that have been put in place with the changing your attacker during drone phase repick. I definitely want to see that utilized because I think now that that's in the game, it's going to become such a crucial tool to use on attacking side.
It really makes it like, okay, we actually can decide if we want to start attacking or defending side right now. Because usually before, I believe it was just always just start defense, like whatever. But now it changes everything. Like Saints are picking attack starts now because attacking nowadays is just so much better than what it was maybe just a few weeks ago. So it's crazy to see. We are going to get hopping into game 1 here now. St. Clair versus Purdue, and the bans are going to come through. 2 attacker bans, then 2 defending bans. Purdue going to take out Thatcher. Very, very basic as per usual. St. Clair going to get a ban for themselves here now.
So getting rid of the Thatcher, I mean, it's pretty commonplace in Siege. I mean, Thatcher is just one of those. He's either picked every single round that he's in the game or he's perma-banned. And once again,
it's very
same
similar
sort
to
of
Jackal. Yeah, exactly. And now, what are we going to see next here? A Mira ban? Like
Mira, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Clash maybe.
Yeah, so it is going to be St. Clair's ban, and they will be taking out Jaeger. Okay, so that's not one you see like every day get banned out.
That's
but
not one you see typically.
It's definitely one that definitely can have some questions. Rapid goes, don't ask about the Jaeger ban, or ask, up to you. Do whatever you please. But yeah, just a few seconds here. Now we might be seeing the Mirror ban come through for Purdue, and that is exactly it, as expected. So, I mean, pretty basic. The Jaeger, though, the only one that's a little bit of a interesting. That could actually have an effect on this one.
Yeah, well, now I'm intrigued because he said don't ask. Rapid
now I want to ask.
Yeah, now I want to ask. And now JMB saying you may or may not like the answer.
Okay, maybe is it to shut down that Bernie strat or what?
So Fuse has been picked, or Fuse is being hovered at least. Oh no, it looks like he has been locked in.
Oh no, is this the Bernie LMG strat? This is the Bernie LMG strat round 1.
Bernie strat
oh my
is
gosh!
currently coming out in the first round.
Okay, here we go. We were talking about this Bernie strat. All operators with over 100+ bullets coming through here. The Saints, they are not going to like this one. The Saints are going to try to have some fun right out of the gates. You know, you were just saying just a few moments ago, the Saints might be able to see the Bernie strat.
Repicks. Right now, they're switching into the Ying. So once again, yeah, Ying and Zofia, both of them have LMGs. So
hey, we never know. This could be the Bernie strat. We're not going to 100% lock it down, but okay, it's looking like it is 100% looking like it. We will see in a few seconds here. 15 more seconds until this actual preparation phase does end here. We've only seen this strat once, and honestly, like, you might just think it's like this big meme kind of thing, and okay, half of it is. But the other half of it is actually efficient. Like, it actually does work out where you have 100+ bullets, and you can just do as you please. So, here the Saints go. LMGs in hand. The Bernie strat has been called. Can St. Clair execute?
Yeah. The thing about the Bernie strat, too, is like Hoku taking a Rapid quickly there, though. Bernie strat down to 4 members.
Yeah, now you have Hoku saying he's going to ask why as soon as Rapid goes down very early. But JM Beast, he will follow it up with a kill onto Hoko. So there is going to be a 4-for-4 trades. JM Beast and 3 are both tagged down. And we do see some movement now coming in for St. Clair. JM Beast going to be droning through, trying to find a little bit of intel here.
Mute catches him, though.
Yeah, so Char's now doing the same thing. The lockdown is still in effect for Purdue here, as we do see Char's trying to get a little bit more control. JM Beast going to get peppered down ever so slightly. Salty Boy hanging down from above. JM Beast is from below, so they're both holding that window here right now. Drones through for Salty Boy now as well, trying to just gain some more of his intel. Char's going for an initial peek. JM Beast, he's might have spotted a couple players out potentially, but Char's, he's really starting to make his way through.
Yeah, he's slowly but methodically checking these angles, but that is Drulu gonna take down Char's, and JM Beast falling at around the same time as well.
Yeah, so that's going to leave us now in a 4-on-2. Going to make things very difficult for Kinger and Salty Boy. Kinger, he's been playing a lot slower in this one. Salty Boy's good for a kill. Now a 2v3, making things a little bit more easier on themselves. Salty Boy still looking for more. Kinger still on the outside face, trying to make his way into the site. That's one spotted for Salty Boy. He's going to peek off the angle now, but Purdue has all of the intel they need. Salty Boy could be in a little bit of a tough spot here if he does get too over-aggressive, but Kinger is coming around for the support.
Yeah, and we do see there is 2 more Finka boosts available, as well as the Ying flashes. I mean, they've got the utility available to try and make this push, and they've got the time to set it up, too.
Oh, he knows
Salty
one's
Boy.
there. Gonna sense through some utility. A nice flashbang there. Now he's gonna go for a peek. Nobody jumping on it immediately. Kinger making his way through. A lot of utility in. Gonna do a little bit of damage there. Kinger, he's starting to get very pushed up. Clears out all of the angles. They're now beside each other. Salty Boy will go down as Kinger goes hunting for these players. Drew gonna get the cleanup onto Salty Boy. Kinger spots the first. Will take him down, but will be immediately traded out. He is able to get a res for himself, but 3 will find the kill with the shotgun. Round number 1 going in favor of Purdue.
Yeah, it seems like Purdue set up, you know, after that first initial pick, right, they were able to pick apart the Bernie strat. Yeah, I feel like we weren't seeing enough LMG spam.
I don't think
out of the
that
seats
wasn't
for
the full
strat.
commit
Yeah,
kind of thing that we saw
yeah.
last time around. Like, this is, don't worry. I'm sure that they might try it again here at some point tonight. If they do, they will go for the full commit on it. But other than that, they're going to go back to a little bit more of a basic setup here now. So, Fuse, Zofia, Ying, Sledge, Finka. I love when Char's play the Sledge because he's very, very good at opening up the map with it. And he's very, very good about opening up the map while not giving up too much of himself as well.
Yeah, the thing about opening up these walls, right, you can destroy just about every wall in Siege, but which ones should actually be destroyed to your advantage, right? You'd never want to put yourself in the position where, yeah, it might give you like a little rotate hole or something, but now your opponent can use it way more efficiently than you. You never want to put yourself in that position.
100%. So here we go. Round number 2. The preparation phase just getting wrapped up here now between these two teams. This is a best of 3. First team to 7 will take each game. And best 2 out of 3 will win the series here in NECC. Both teams are looking to make playoffs. Both teams are pretty strong teams here in NECC as well. So this is definitely a high-tier matchup for some playoff seeding on the line.
Yeah, for sure. We're seeing the attackers spawn in here. Almost the exact same setup as last time as well. Throwing in the Sledge this time, however.
I think it's a big difference maker for Rapid. Rapid needs to be able to do something early on, but no, Kinger will go down. Hoku's been very good. He found the first bloods here in round 1 as well as round number 2 here now. As JM Beast looking to make his way in, he could spot a player out, but no. Salty Boy now in a little bit of an awkward situation. He's forced to run off, and JM Beast will connect onto the first. 4-on-4.
Wow, what a beast with that shot. Salty Boy, he's trying to use as much as he can, but Hoku takes down JM Beast, being at just about 1 health himself, though.
Yeah, Salty Boy's also very low. Leo now going to eat some damage as well. Charged, little does he know that he's literally lined up, staring down somebody. Yes, exactly what you were saying. So yeah, 3-on-4. Big thing here. Salty Boy, he's down low. He's just got to try to keep his life and just be a nuisance here as best he can while being at low HP. A lot of utility still getting used here from both sides. You need Chars and Rapid to do something to open things up here ever so slightly soon, and you do see Chars and Salty Boy making their way around together. There's a player just towards the staircase.
Above them.
Yeah, Rapid gonna get tagged down, but will find Leo. Now 3-on-3.
Yeah, 3-on-3. Salty Boy and Hoku, both very low. Both of just about 1 shot, but it is Hoku that finds the first kill onto Rapid. He is making the most of this health he got left.
Yeah, he's got 3 kills in this round already, I do believe. And, I mean, he's just trying to wrap it up to even some more. But Chars will finally shut him down. He's going to be 4-2 here now in this one. 2v2 left. Chars and Salty Boy. But Salty Boy will actually be knocked. Chars is still looking for this one. Chars, though, forced to lay down here and not really take the gunfight as he wished. He's going to try to challenge this one from a little bit of a different angle through this little window slit. But nobody over here. Oh, he could be getting pushed out. Going to give up the angle. Now, here's the thing. Are they going to give him the time of day? He's getting ready to send a grenade, and that will reveal his location. Squirrel's good for 1. That grenade not going to do as much as he anticipated. Diffuser is down. He's got to grab it. That's a big thing as well.
Yeah, the problem is that he's given away his position. Now he's taking a little bit of damage. The smoke comes through. He finds himself just over half. He needs to make this play. He sees the shoulder. Doesn't hit the head, though. It's gonna be a swirl falling to Char's.
Char's gonna get a big one there. Now left them in a one-on-one. They know where Char's is. Char's does not know where Drew is, and that is the big problem. 15 seconds left. He has to plant the diffuser, and he has to go kind of soon, or else Drew is going to get what he needs. The grenade could do it. Time is definitely becoming a factor. The grenade will force him out. That's going to put Char's in. Char's will do some damage, but no kill. It was a great try, just not enough. That's going to be a second now for Purdue and a 2-0 game.
Yeah, great slow methodical play from Drew there. Forcing out Char's, playing the time perfectly. You know, you're sitting on site with smoke with that SMG, right? That's you just got to force him into the gunfights that you want to play.
So here we are, round number 3. Saints are going to have to try to change something. I feel like the biggest thing for St. Clair right now is giving these early kills over to Purdue.
Yeah.
You saw Rapid and Kinger, 2 of the standout players for St. Clair, go down immediately in these first 2 rounds, and that is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, especially with Kinger on a champ like Finka, picking that in the last 3 rounds as well. It's having that Finka boost really does help that 10-second execute when you finally do make it onto site. That losing that so early is definitely devastating.
You can definitely tell we're from different games when you're calling them champs and I'm calling them agents.
Yeah. And meanwhile, they're called operators.
Yeah, that's exactly it, right? But here we are. JMB's Charge leading the charge right now, 2 kills each, and now Kinger, Salty Boy, Rapid all with 1 to their name. Hoku, though, he's been leading the charge here for the side of Purdue. Not far behind is Drew. They're going to be at 7 kills combined, just doing it all right now for the side of Purdue. Round 3, though, this is where St. Clair, this is honestly a pretty big round, because if Purdue goes up 3-0, that's guaranteeing themselves a 3-3 half.
Yeah, that's definitely would be rough if Saints get put in that position. Saints still not rethinking the comp either.
Yeah, it seems as if they're like, okay, guys, we're just inches away from being able to close it out. We're onto a new site here once again now, so that is another opportunity to try to change things up, being on the first floor rather than any of the other ones. But King are going to go down early on. This is the problem here right now, is the fact that you're losing these players so early on, and nobody's here for a trade. Realistically, all of them hiding behind that wall there. They have to go in and try to make a play here soon. They spot him out, but that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, drones coming out, but Hoku, if they're just going to waste all their drones and all their utility on him, I mean, the amount of value he's getting for his team right now. Okay, Charles takes him down, makes it a 4v4. Little bit of utility burned, but it's not the worst for the Saints.
JMPs will fall to Leo, though, and that's the thing. It's been literally a good combination. You know, as much as Hoku goes down, he's always got a teammate around there for a trade. Salty Boy will take down Squirrel, so it will leave us in a 3-on-3 gunfight. Fairly evened up here now, just losing Kinger and Jam Beast. But there's still a lot to do here, right? Especially with the Saints having to attack into this one. Some utility getting ready to go down for both of these teams. Yeah. And just a little bit of a stalemate as of right now. We're still got 90 seconds left, so still lots of time. Saints are barely even into the site. And that's the big thing, too. Not a whole lot of map control has been gained here yet for them.
Yeah. They took down one of the smoke canisters as well as 2 kills come out from Purdue. And it's just Salty Boy left.
Yeah, the rookie, he's been making some big plays in these past few weeks with some of their games. Can he continue doing so? Now in a 1v3, playing it nice and slowly here. A minute left on the clock. Spots one out. Fires off a couple shots, but not going to land. He's got to find this one here. So they know exactly where he is. Going to get the camera out of action. Now knowing that if he does fall off the gunfight, they don't really know about it. There is another player just holding him down here. So now going to go for the Hall Peak. Nobody in his first initial lines of sight. And Purdue is just waiting for him to come towards them at this point in time. And that is exactly it. Leo going to do it. And that is now going to give it over to the side of Purdue. 3 in a row.
Yeah, spotting him on the cam, taking all 3 angles. Purdue had that locked down. There was nowhere Salty Boy could go.
Yeah, and there's not a whole lot of options. The 1v3s and R6 are arguably one of the hardest games to be pulling off clutches in. You die so quick. It's so easy to get you spotted. I mean, it's just so many, a list of full things. There's so much utility on the playing field at all times that you could put at the beginning of the round that could mess you up at the end of the round, and stuff like that, right? So there's so many things that could really happen here in a 1-on-3 that makes it go in favor of the other team. But here we go. Back into things. Round number 4. Purdue guaranteeing themselves worst case scenario now a 3-3 half. And that is massive here for themselves because what is it? Like, I mean, you could lose out the rest of the half and you're 3-3 and you're chilling at this point in time.
Yeah, you're chilling. At that point, right, you're clean slate, you're even, and you just play out the rest of the game. So getting these first 3 rounds up, I mean, they just get to keep playing these defenses, and wouldn't be surprised if this round we see Hoku go for a little bit of an aggressive peek on one of these doors, like we've been seeing him do.
So we do see a little bit of changes on the Saints comp here, but not crazy. Like it's still a lot of the same basic ones. I still think that the team is all saying kind of what we are, is the fact that they're losing these first couple gunfights so early on is the big downfall. Look at that, Kinger already eating half of his health almost in this one, just trying to go for these initial peaks. It's just not working out well, and I wonder when we might be seeing the Saints try to change things up a little bit here and play this one a little bit slower.
Yeah, it's not even like they're losing comp-wise. It's just Hoku comes in and he finds these crazy picks at the starting. And when you're down a player in Siege, it's so hard. It really is.
You need every little piece of utility, every little piece of your offensive players to be able to utilize in onto an attack. Saints are now down already to a player deficit. Hoku's been playing so well at getting aggressive. It's so annoying to play against players like Hoku, and he knows this. He is exactly why he's doing it. We see Rapid, we see Kinger do it to other teams all of the time. Now they're getting a little bit of a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, Rapid, he makes his way into the building, but he is main floor. Meanwhile, the site finds itself upstairs, so he is going to have to make his way to a staircase.
And that's going to be Kinger falling. He was tagged down to have about half HP, and that's going to be his life now gone. 3-on-5 left in play. Salty Boy, he spots out one, I believe, here now. Yes, he's getting him into a little bit of a gunfight. Rapid, good for one onto Hoku. That's going to be Salty Boy, good for one there onto Leo. Now a 3-on-3. The tides have been turned for the Saints, and another for Rapid. It is all coming together for St. Clair, a 3v2.
Yeah, both players from Purdue on the second floor, I believe. Yeah, Drulu, he's playing close on this B site.
A bomb has been located.
Yeah, it's going to be the drone. Getting some intel. Both teams now having a little bit of a rough idea of where the opposing players are located. Salty Boy spotted out from both of these two players. And this is now going to make it a lot of pressure on Rapid to come around here and try to get a good flank off. JM Beast, I believe, is just kind of wasting time and getting them distracted here now. But there's Salty Boy, good for the first. On to 3. It's now all left up to Drulu. They know where he's at. And that is going to be the shots coming through for Salty Boy. Big rounds from Salty Boy as well. There's going to be the first for St. Clair, 3-1 game.
Yeah, for being like the rookie on this team like we've talked about, I mean, he's putting up the numbers this game. I mean, we've seen him get 1 or 2 kills in the past few rounds and then pick up a nice 3K there.
I think the big thing with Salty Boy and how he's finding all these kills is really just slowing down his play. We see the others get so antsy to get their way into the site and get these rounds done and dusted. But no, Salty Boy, he's been always one of those players in the last 2-3 players alive. And it's really what benefited them right there, having Salty Boy still up, making those big plays. And now we do see St. Clair on the board with their first round here in this one. 3-1 as we do head into round number 5 here. And if you actually do take a peek at Salty Boy, he's going to be a 5-3 here right now, leading the charge for St. Clair.
Yeah, he's playing it slow, but keeping it simple, right? I mean, like last round we saw how he started off that whole site take was he throws the Ying flash in, it gets grabbed by the Wamai utility, gets pulled away, and his option, he just throws another flash, right?
Yep.
Like just use the utility while you got it, secure the kills, and take the space that you need.
Yeah, right? I mean, hey, what's gonna happen? The first one gets sent away, just send in another.
Toss in another.
Yeah, why not? I mean, that's exactly it, right? There's so many times where I see Rainbow Six Siege players lose rounds because they don't use utility when they could have, or when they're like, there'll be a better opportunity to use it later in this round. But no, you could have an opportunity of dying then. It's better to use it and guarantee those kills like you were saying, to just at least just make sure you get that first one down. But back into a 5-on-5. No immediate kills coming through, but that doesn't say that Hoku isn't lurking around looking for one. And look there he is, exactly, right? So he is definitely this player that is going to be here to cause this distraction and upsets here more to the side of St. Clair. But 3 already going to get some damage inflicted early on.
Yeah, little bit of damage taken, but he is able to squeak his way out of the gunfight. As Hoku, he's still lurking around this bottom floor. He wants to find one. And Kinger and JM Beast he may find as they try and make their way into the house here.
That's the thing.
Main
Hoku
building.
knows these players are coming. Like he's like, it's
Yeah.
just a matter of time until they are gonna make their way to me. It's either I'm going down or I'm taking them down with me. But with that being said, I mean, we're down to just a minute 50 now. It might seem like a lot of time on the clock, but that's already a lot of time burned off of things. And Leo will be the first one to fall for JMBs. That's the first time in this game that St. Clair's found a first blood.
Yeah.
Four rounds
really.
already. We're in the fifth one, and now's the time for St. Clair to find it. But Squirrel answering back. JM Beast, though, good for the trade. JM Beast now with 2 already in this round.
Yeah, JM Beast about to meet one. Just barely misses the head. As that player is going to move back onto site. I believe it was 3 he just saw, actually, yeah.
Yeah, JM Beast has lots of intel. He's just going to keep firing away some shots there, trying to make sure that point of access is opened up a little bit more, as we do see Purdue fall off a little bit. JM Beast, he still knows this. There's a rough idea of this player being here, and he's going to send some utility in to follow it up. Salty Boy's good for another here. Salty Boy's been playing very, very well here in this game, and will continue to do so. Now all up to 3 and Drulu to make these plays. That's 1 kill coming through. Kinger good for the trade. He doesn't know the other one's behind him, though. Drulu also going to be on the back end. Firing off some shots. Drulu going to be tagged out, and Rapid will be there for the cleanup. St. Clair with 2 unanswered here, now a 3-2 game.
Yeah, Drulu, he was in the round-winning position, but Rapid coming up the stairs. That was the one guy that Hoku couldn't find, right? Coming up from that main floor area, coming up on the flank. And Drulu just ends up being taken down in the end there. And it looks like Purdue is actually going to be taking a bit of a different approach this round. Vigil and Kaid coming out.
I'm also happy to see the Kinger on the Iana here. Kinger has been playing a lot better on Iana this semester as of lately, and he's been very consistent with it, especially when he is playing this more aggressive entry role. The Iana is a little bit better there for him. I've just seen him be very, very successful with it, so happy to see that here in this round. Because realistically, yes, JM Beast did find an entry there, but your entries are Kinger and Rapid most of the time. You need them to be finding early kills in these games.
Yeah. Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Ayana is the one with the, it's like the full clone, essentially, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that is going to be the full clone there coming through, and it really makes it so good for those early entry fraggers because it could really throws off the side of Purdue. Iana is going to be able to make all of those impacts in this one and really just throw off the enemy line. So here we are, action phase going to come in. It's going to be our last round here of the first half, so Saints will be flipping over to defense after this one, and this is a very important round. There's a big difference between a 3-3 half and a 2-4 half.
Yeah, for sure. Especially just when it comes to momentum, too. Not even score-wise, right? Obviously, being down 2 compared to even is obviously worse than being even, but coming into the half being down 2 rounds is what it's really about. You don't want that kind of on your mental as you're trying to come into this defense half. JM Beast is throwing some smokes in there as a lot of bullets are going Kinger's way. Oh, Kinger.
Hasn't
one on your
spotted
left,
this player.
Kinger. He can't see him through the smoke. And
Yeah,
Hoku and 3. Oh, it's 3 this time on the Kaid, actually.
So
3,
Kinger
though.
will-
Kinger's gonna find
oh!
2!
There's another player behind him. He knows he's there. He runs into him. The gas grenade is too much. Kinger not able to spot him. He has to change his angle. And now he's just going to be laying down in the cabana there. But there is still this player outside that Kinger is looking to find. Just on the other line here. Kinger going to find it. Rapid good for 1 as well. It's all up to Leo here now. This whole fight hasn't even been like right on site. It's all been like way out in these doorways outside. Leo good for 1. Now in a 1v2. He's trying to find a second. Kinger tagged down. Rapid gonna have a lot of pressure in this one. Kinger wanting to go for a peek, and Rapid will actually go for it. Getting some damage on Leo, but now we're left in a one-on-one. A lot of pressure on Kinger. He's been good in this round. He's got 3 already. Can he find the 4th?
Yeah. There's not much he can do. Leo knows he's there, and that is just going to be the 1v3 from Leo. Isolating those fights, holding the angles, waiting for the peaks, and it works out for him. And that is going to be 4-2 for Purdue.
And
going into the half.
What a crazy swing. Like, I really just was not expecting.
Yeah.
Usually in Rainbow Six, you see players, once they're in a position like that, you hold. And you, especially when you're on the defensive side, right? Where Kinger, yeah, he knows he has to make a move because he's on the offense. He has to get that one down. But it's really interesting to see there actually from Leo to make that movement come through, make a wide swing. A really confident play there from him, and it's going to work out. I mean, you can't blame it. So now we do have St. Clair on the defending side. Do you think we see Kinger and Rapid try to go for these early window peaks, try to go for these aggressive kills?
Possibly. I think it comes down to, okay, Kinger and Rapid. Okay, Kinger's sitting here with the shotgun right now, so we might see him anchor on site. We might see him try to set up in like a doorway close or something like that. But Rapid, I would not be surprised if we saw him try to toss one of those cameras, one of those ones that you toss outside. You get a view of the attackers, then you just hop out the window, get a little quick few spawn kills,
Yeah, just Rapid stuff.
Yeah, exactly,
But all right, here we go. Few seconds away, action phase getting ready to come underway here on Coastline. It's going to be all 5 players from Purdue starting in the same spot. I believe it is main entrance. So they're all looking to make their way in. It doesn't look like any early aggressive peaks from St. Clair are going to be coming through, but here we are. Let's see who will find the first pick. Charles is actually in a little bit of an interesting position. He has some players right around his position right now, waiting to see if anybody comes through this main level door. Hoku could be one of the first players in sight. Purdue, I believe, has Hoku as their entry fragger on their offense because he's been very aggressive on defense. I assume he's going to translate it over to offense as well.
Yeah, his shots are just on point for sure. Regardless of the champ he's on, regardless of the operator he picks, JM Beast just spamming this window. Ooh, small hole there from 3 on the Habana to allow the utility to come through. They're going to take these little peek holes where they can. Looks like 3 setting up another one. Looks like they may be trying to just execute all at once.
Yeah, they're trying to get these util in to try to find some nade lineups, but nothing is really connecting onto these players from St. Clair as of yet. There we go. A little bit of a hole blasted through, but that's going to be JM Beast. He's going to run immediately away, too, and sneaks out with his life. A very good place from JM Beast. Once you find one, fall off the angle. You have the player advantage. Keep your life and keep yourself in this one.
Yeah, Leo, he's finding his way in, taking out a lot of utility from the Saints. There ain't much left.
Oh, that's JM Beast knocked down. He was down and weak, but he's still knocked, so at least keeping that going for himself. Leo gonna have to push his way in if he does want to find anybody here around this knocked player being JM Beast. Salty Boy falling it back a little bit. He could be getting pushed up momentarily, but this is still technically a 4-on-4, a 5-on-5, or 5-on-4 with JM Beast. Can they get a res? No, Chars will get a clean up there onto Drulu. JM Beast, though, still knocked.
Yeah, that impact grenade coming through. Yeah, so technically a 4-on-3 here. JM Beast, because the player beside him, he can't find that cross to go save him. I believe it's Salty Boy who's in that
It is Salty Boy, yeah. Salty Boy it's just such an awkward situation to try to go for that defuse there, but he's not really going to be going for that one. Hoku going to have to pull a needle out of his thigh. JM Beast will finally fall, and Salty Boy goes down as well, actually. So this is now a 3-on-3 from a 4-on-3 just moments ago. Rapid getting ready to send some util up. That is going to be the C4 in hand.
Yeah, Kinger on site here. As 2 players try to make it in, but Hoku finds the opening pick onto Chars on this site take now. Hoku, though, the diffuser is going down from Squirrel. Kinger, there's not much he can do. Rapid finds one, and the diffuser is now planted. 40 seconds on the clock for this. The Saints, they got to make a play. Rapid sitting here low health. Kinger with a couple peeks. Bullet's not going to hit him, though.
There he spot the first. Kinger finds the headshot. Now Hoku left alone. Runs into the first. Winds him up. Shuts them down. Kinger Rapid will fall. Hoku with some nice plays for Purdue in the 1v2 clutch. Both players were weak, and both players lined up just like that for him. That's the big thing with St. Clair. I mean, a game like Siege where you die quick as is. Meanwhile, both players are weak. You got to spread those players out a little bit. Can't allow him to just be able to line them up. And that is going to be the round going over to Purdue. Now a 5-2 advantage. They only need 2 more rounds to close out game 1. St. Clair, this is where I start getting a little bit more concerned.
Yeah. Starting that half 4-2, all right. You're down, but you're not out yet. Going 5-2, it's slowly getting more out of your reach right now. You're looking at 3 rounds just to even it out. 2 rounds after that. We're going to see what Saints can do. They are opting for the Maestro this time. Maestro, Aruni, Capcan. So a little bit of a different defense than they found themselves last round for
You
sure.
definitely got to also vary it kind of based on the site, right? Because they're kind of gambling on what their setup is going to be for each site. Doesn't look like we are going to see any attacker swaps as of yet. We haven't really. Oh, now we do. Hoku actually going to be switching over here now, so that is interesting to see. But for the side of Purdue, still up to a 3-round advantage. This is a must-win round in my eyes for St. Clair, or else I don't really see a world where they come away with this one unless they can take this round.
Yeah, Hoku on the IQ is scary, though. Having a player like that being able to detect utility through the wall, that's something. IQ also having a very strong gun as well for those 1v1 fights.
Well, yeah, Hoku likes to get super aggressive, right?
Yeah,
so
super
if he can spot out all this utility, just know it shows him what paths are most safe for him to take.
Exactly.
And he's going to go on those routes. So with that being said, Purdue now looking to try to make their way into the site. The drones are going to be coming through, trying to get all the intel that they can. And they got a good bit, actually, already. They know where St. Clair's kind of a rough idea of where they're set up and where they need to actually make their entries. No kills coming through as of yet. 45 seconds down on the clock. Kinger looking to make his way in to find a kill here now, but still nothing been spotted. Hoku, he's just pinging out all this utility through the wall. So good for a player like this to have. You're completely right when it comes to that.
Yeah, he's picking apart the defense before he's even made his way into the building, telling his teammates, all right, this is where you spam through this wall, find this, take out this, right? Take out this Capcan trap, take out this mute. He's got all those.
So Jam Beast was spotted from Hoku. Yeah, so Hoku saw him through a vent hole there and shot his foot and then knew that Jam Beast was able to get lined up there, and Chars will go down as well. So 5-on-3. This is exactly the start Purdue is looking for to put themselves onto a match point round. Kinger, Salty Boy, Rapid, all still alive. All 3 players actually for St. Clair with 6 kills right now. So those are the 3 players you would want alive in a 3-on-5. But look at this. I mean, Hoku just going crazy, detecting all of this utility out, knowing exactly where to push, where to take down this utility, and what to do. Drulu, though, gonna fall. A good little kill there. He's gonna be knocked down. Can St. Clair be able to get the cleanup?
Yeah, that Capcan trap was not detected by Hoku. So he thought he was safe, but Salty Boy gonna take down Hoku. That's big for this round. Leoparder, though, still definitely in this round.
Drulu's back up here now, so they were able to pull off the res, and Salty Boy did take some damage. However, throughout all of that, there was a kill that was able to come through. So Hoku now out of this one. That is the top fragger for the side of Purdue, so it is nice to have him out of it. But Leo, he is definitely going to be a problem. Already got 10 kills here, but he is half HP. They got to be able to take this one down. Kinger still looking for a little bit of a lineup, not able to spot anything as of yet. Purdue still looking to make their way over to these sites. Salty Boy, good for 1 on Squirrel, 3-on-3.
Yeah, 3 was trying to clip dump there and make the trade, but he couldn't do it. Leopard here, he gets the knock, but gets traded out by Kinger, and Salty Boy finds 3 as well. It's just Drulu left, and he's so low from being knocked earlier. He finds Salty Boy by just clip dumping through the door. That's crazy. Rapid as well. He's found himself downed, so it's just Kinger versus Drulu. Kinger in this clutch situation, but St. Clair is going to win.
Yeah, I don't think they had any time to work that one out there, so St. Clair will be able to take that round win. And now a 4-3 scored line heading into, 5-3. 5-3. I forgot that Purdue got another one on the board. 5-3 here. So, yeah, it is going to be heading into round number 9. 2 rounds separating that team. But that was a must-win round. They were able to win it through. Just barely, though. The 1v1, just the time was the one that did it justice. So, St. Clair doing a great job now headed over to the first floor. It does look like Purdue is very consistent with their main entrance spawns. They don't like sending anybody else over to a different spawn. They are a strictly main entrance team.
Yeah, and I mean when it's working, right? When they have the utility to make it into the building, into whatever site they need to. And then when you've got a player like Hoku sitting there on his IQ, pinging out every single little piece of utility. Yeah, like you said earlier, you get to clear the path, right? You know exactly which paths are correct to take. You know which hallways are being held, which hallways have a mute in it. Can you send a drone up there, etc. The amount of information, right? Siege is a game of information, and having that, it just changes the way these rounds play out.
100%. So here we are. Action phase of round number 9 getting underway. St. Clair still on the defense and the main entrance push coming through for Purdue. St. Clair hasn't been getting too aggressive on their defending rounds because if they do and they do lose a player, they can't really afford that. They need all resources here at all times to stay on the ball for the defending side. Droning phases are coming through for Purdue. They're just trying to scout out this one a little bit more. And actually, they're already making their way inside. Squirrel broke down a hatch. Leo going to be busting open a wall. And there's a lot of open area already here for Purdue. They've gotten a good amount of map control early on.
Yeah, using all that utility, immediately getting into the site. I like Leopard Ear using the, just using that breach charge to just immediately get in. Oh, there's one right on his left, though. Rapid taking him down. Leopard Ear, you got to check those corners, man.
Yeah, that's really going to benefit St. Clair to have that one early on. But Drulu going to do the same thing to Rapid that Rapid just did to his opponent. Now I'm going to even things up 4-on-4. Every member still left alive is going to be at full HP. So we could definitely see ourselves a little bit of a bloodbath in this one. Hoku going to be lining up some utility. Not going to find a whole lot of damage, but there it is. Salty Boy going to get headshotted out there on a nice little lineup from Hoku. Going to find a kill. Drulu looking for one as well outside towards balcony. The player advantage going to be super big for Purdue to have here right now in this one. St. Clair, they got to go hunting. They got to even this one up a little bit more, and all it takes is one kill.
Yeah, they are pushing into 3 SMGs on site. They've got one my utility set up. Saints have smoke as well. All 3 smoke canisters ready. So they do have the stalling power with only 1:15 left on the clock as well. The round is not over for sure. Squirrel, though, he's destroying the floor with the sledge, and he's just trying to find any kind of angle he can. He's trying to spot out toes here where he can, right?
We got to keep an eye on the clock. We're down under a minute here now in this one. That's less than a third of the time you have in a round.
And Oku's still outside.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, JM Beast has a lot of control over the site here right now, but the only thing is he has so many angles that can shoot at him. So JM Beast, if he can just gamble and play the right, correct angle, I mean, it'll really benefit him here in this one. Hoku going to get peppered down here a little bit now, trying to cross through a door entrance, but will sneak his way in. JM Beast going to find the first. That's huge for himself. Looking for another over through the hole in the roof. Not able to find anything as of yet. JM Beast still scouting out this area. Now, look at the clock. 25 seconds. I mean, it's definitely becoming a factor in this one. 3 going to get tagged down to Kinger. Kinger just knowing that he can just hold this, and Purdue really doesn't have the map control to jump in and plant right now. JM Beast is good for another kill. He can probably assume a player's here. However, Squirrel will take him down. Squirrel, can he find the both of them? Not as of yet. It's a 2v2. The shots are through. Squirrel and 3 are both tagged. The bomb play coming through. Squirrel barely alive, hanging on for his life here right now. But the plant is going to come in. Kinger, good to find Squirrel. They know where this last player is. 3 firing off some shots, but Kinger will pinch him in the corner. That's going to be the round for St. Clair. Now 5-4, keeping themselves in this game.
Yeah, amazing way to just play time there. Amazing. Just slow it down, right? Take these rounds as long as they need to be, especially when you're on that defensive side. Slow it down. You've got Squirrel up there. The thing is, Squirrel was taking off, like, he was basically, like, cutting off angles from them because, oh, you can't hold this angle because if you're holding this angle, I'll see you from the floor above and just take you down, right? But by great use of utility and a couple of key kills from Kinger, they are able to take that round and make it 5-4 Purdue.
Yeah,
Close
so
the gap.
JM Beast was really that player that was really shutting everything down immediately. Was like not allowing anybody to get the map control, and not allowing the map control to come through until so late is so big. They had to kill JM Beast to get some sort of control over the site, and at that point in time, there's only like 18 seconds left, and Kinger, it allowed him to just be able to play time, as you were saying. So here we go. Now this is a one-round game. If the Saints win this round, I mean, this is like anybody's game to take. Right now, yeah, you do still have Purdue in the driver's seat, and if they do still win this round, they're going to be a heavy favorite. But if the Saints win this one, that's a whole different game.
Yeah, I'm ready to see what the Saints plan for this. I'm ready to see how they try to deal. I want to see more Hoku being aggressive, right? We talked about him being the entry fragger for Purdue, and I feel like in a lot of these rounds, we kind of just seen him sitting back more, especially last round, you know, not really taking the space for his team. I mean, we saw instead it was like Leopard Ear and a couple other of these guys going in with the breach charge, getting in there as Hoku is just sitting there holding a doorway when really you want that star player in there and in those gunfights.
Yeah, Hoku seems to be the one that's like almost the last entry into there, and I feel like he should be at least middle of the pack to go in there and
Yeah.
try to have a little bit more impact in these rounds and have more impact in finding the map control for his team. But here we go, Purdue going to be looking to break through. That's going to be a sledge smash up top just to drone things out shortly after and try to gather some intel in this way. But they actually did not spot out a whole lot of util or even players with those drones early on. Kinger, they're going to find the first one in this round with some good utility usage. That's going to be Drulu already taken out. 5-on-4.
Yeah. Seeing a Nitro Cell kill is always
It's
always great to see.
JM Beast has been like, I think it's coastlined or maybe not. It might be like Villa or something like that. He'll run off the edge of the map, throws the, what is it called again?
The
Nitro Cell
yeah.
right off the edge of the map just a few seconds later, and then it'll drop on the whole team. It either does a significant amount of damage or finds a couple kills or whatnot, but he does a great job at doing these entry Nitro Cell tosses. But yeah, a nice Nitro Cell kill coming through here for St. Clair. Gonna now put them in the player advantage. And we also have Leo tagged down ever so slightly. It might not have a crazy impact on things, but definitely could make him play this one a little more cautiously. That's Leo, good for the kill. On to Kinger as he will fall. Squirrel's good for one as well, getting damage down. So the player advantage will now swing in favor of Purdue. All up to Salty Boy, Jam Beast, and Rapid.
Yeah, more droning coming out here as Squirrel and the rest of them take a lot of space on these sites. Oh, did he spot him out?
He
I
hasn't
think he
yet.
Did. I think he... Really? There's no way he can't see him.
He wouldn't keep smashing this recklessly if he could
If he
see
did
him.
see him.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
it seems as a Squirrel is just, yeah, like, I mean, do you think Jam Beast is almost getting ready to try to find him after opening up some of these sledges? Like,
Yeah.
Jam Beast is down here just watching the roof above him get torn apart and just fighting for his life down here in the corner. But looks like he's A-okay down there. I mean, Squirrel looking through all of these hole angles that he just opened up, still not spotting this one out. And, I mean, you can see almost everything below him here except for Jam Beast just tucked away in the corner.
Yeah. It might have just been because of the blue outline that I thought I saw him, because obviously we can see
There it is.
the walls there. But Squirrel, finally, JM Beast pushing out of his little corner, and the sledge holes that he made are going to finally help him out to get that kill. As Salty Boy clip dumping, he takes down Hoku. Hoku stuck, knocked.
Yeah, Squirrel's also falling to Rapid there. So nice little frags. And do we see somebody try to go for a Hoku res here? I'm not exactly sure. It doesn't look like Hoku's in the worst of position. 3 will be the one to plant the diffuser down here, actually.
Yeah, 7 seconds left. The diffuser, it is going to go down, though. 43 seconds left now that the diffuser is planted. 3 taking down Rapid. It's just Salty Boy left in a 1v1 against 3. Salty Boy, he's got the health advantage, but 3, he's forcing Salty Boy to push into him. He's got a great angle on this diffuser here.
Oh, he spots him. Now wanting to go for a little bit of a different angle on the gunfight, re-peeking into it. 17 bullets left. The flashbang is going to hurt so bad. The flashbang did it all. 3 with some 200 IQ utility usage will get Salty Boy stuck behind the bomb and give the round over to Purdue. Heading into round 11, Purdue will be on match point, up 6-4 over St. Clair.
Yeah, great flashbang from Squirrel there, or 3 there, sorry, to end the round. And yeah, match point now. We are going to be seeing Purdue trying to close out game 1 here. The Saints, though, I wouldn't say they're out of this yet, especially after the last couple rounds we've seen. They're definitely fighting back a little bit. I love seeing the picks onto Hoku, too. I mean, the way he's just able to tear apart this team, when you're able to take him down early, it definitely does help secure the round a little bit.
Yeah, Hoku's been very, very good in this one. Currently seeing 13 kills. But Leo, it's really interesting how Purdue works because Hoku's very, very good in these early on games and whatnot, mid-game, and will find a lot of value there. But Leo, he's the end-of-the-game player who will be able to shut everything down, clean up, and win the rounds for St. Clair. And it's actually really interesting to see Salty Boy up there with Rapid and Kinger right now. Salty Boy's been having a game for himself.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that you don't see every day. Salty Boy playing a very, very well game here right now. Very close to winning that one-on-one in the round for St. Clair in the previous one. But Purdue still going to have the 2-run advantage. All 5 going for the main entrance push here still as well. St. Clair not showing too much aggression early on. And Hoku, what are you going to try to do early for us this round?
Yeah, we will see here. 3 on the Habana again, so they're pulling in the Habana, but the walls are electrified this time on account of the Kaid on the other team. So that initial those initial holes that they're trying to put with the Hibana aren't gonna work just as well. So they are gonna be taken down. Oh, but they're trying to break it through the floor here. Leopard, beautiful idea there. Get rid of it. Let his Hibana do their thing on the outside as Leopard takes control of this main floor.
Yeah, there's a decent bit of map control gained in the first 55 seconds of this one from Purdue. How will St. Clair handle with it? A lot of their utility also getting shot out already from Purdue as well. A Sledge coming through. They're going to be opening up this map a little bit more. And it is going to be the drones still coming through. I mean, drones for Purdue still up is definitely massive as well to find a lot of this intel. Look at that Rapid completely revealed here now. And he has a couple players close. Like, they might actually try to push him. Yeah, like, I mean, they're getting ready for this push. I mean, I like that Rapid did change his angle a little bit, but I'm just not sure how confident I feel about this angle. I mean, the drone's still looking to go scope him out over there as well. And yeah, there they spot him out. That's exactly it. Squirrel, nice little lineup. They knew he was in that corner. That's why everything in this game being wall bangable. And if you're in a spot like that, it's not the best one to be in. JMP's good for one, but Hoku is there for the trade. So now a player advantage has been picked up for Purdue. With them being on match point and with a player advantage, it's going to be scary for St. Clair.
Yeah, Drulu still sitting on this rappel there.
A lot of shots coming through here now for the side of St. Clair. And it's going to be Drew, Leo, 3, and Hoku here. Still trying to hold things in for the side of Purdue. They're trying to make their way into the site. Hoku takes a significant amount of damage. King or Jars holding on to site. Salty Boy looking for maybe a peek momentarily. Oh, a little bit of awkward timing. It's going to have the player from Purdue running out of his line of sights. Kinger over here still looking for something on his line of sights as well. Salty Boy going to find the first one on a 3. A nice little shot there as it's now a 3-on-3 left in play.
Yeah, I believe Salty Boy just spotted him crossing that briefcase. I'm not 100% sure. Or that briefcase, nice. Hoku, though, finding one onto Salty Boy. Once again, he's going to plant the diffuser as well. Plant the diffuser as they make their way out. Leopard are finding one onto Chars, but Kinger is there for the trade. And Kinger, he's going to have to push his way in there. He finds one. Diffuser's canceled. There's like 1 health on Hoku.
Wow.
They win off of time. Beautiful shot from Kinger there at the end. Great play. And he is going to cancel out the time. And they are able to take that round.
Yeah.
6-5.
Kinger is just going to beam him off of the heady there. They're going to find the one for St. Clair. And that was such a big, big kill when it really did force the player from Purdue. I mean, you can't really do anything in that situation. He should have committed a little bit more to that peek onto Kinger. He seemed a little bit antsy on it. He maybe didn't realize there was only like 2.5 seconds left on the clock. And it really did hurt him in the long run there. So here we are. St. Clair win this round, headed to OT. Lose this round, Purdue takes game 1. There's a lot on the line here. Now for both of these teams, the overtime rules is first to 8. Regardless, don't have to win by 2 or anything. It's just first to 8, period. So if St. Clair can win one more round here, they pretty much got a clean slate for themselves and got a whole new game on their hands.
Yeah, getting into overtime would be crucial. Trying to reset that for themselves, as it is going to be, once again, pretty similar setup. Kinger on the Mozzie this time, though. It's a little different than what we've seen.
Kinger's operator pool very has a good variety. Very wide, and that's what I like about St. Clair. A lot of them actually are really good with several operators. They all have their own like dedicated role or dedicated operators, but they're very spread out and can play a whole lot here, which is very nice to see. But here we are, action phase in this round. 12 is going to come through, the last round here of regulation. Will we be seeing overtime play, or will we be seeing Purdue end it out right here, right now? We'll find out. It's going to be St. Clair on the defense. Doesn't look like any early aggression going to come through as of yet in the first 20 seconds or so. When we saw one of our series last week, we were seeing Rapid make his way into bomb sites in just 13-14 seconds.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That is crazy, actually. Once again, the breach charge going to come out on this wall from Leoparder. But he's actually going to opt to go for the drone this time rather than just running straight through.
Oh,
Rapid
Rapid
goes outside. He finds one onto Squirrel. That's huge.
And he's just going to fall off. He's now with the rest of his team again.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite thing when players do is when they go find a pick and go and return back to a typical location and just it completely changes this whole one. You literally just turn this whole round to try to force your OT into a 5-on-4. These teams, I mean, I was talking to the players a little bit beforehand, you know, Kinger, JM Beast, Rapid, all of that, Chars, and kind of getting a little bit more of an idea of what this other team is going to be doing, how the skill level, what kind of score line we might be kind of expecting here today. And I was just being told it's probably going to be a close game here between these two teams. That's exactly what we're seeing right now from the side of St. Clair and Purdue.
Yeah, we're seeing Saints are not giving an inch. They are not going to let this game one go down, not without a fight. As Leoparder, he spots one out on the drone. Not 100% sure who it was on that main floor, but did spot one out. As 3, he's going to make his way back outside. Kinger, he's about to see one, and that's Hoku down. 3 players left from Purdue. Leoparder, Drulu, and 3 finding themselves clip dumping these doors onto site. Leoparder going to drop the breach charge on top of site. Not going to be able to spot any toes.
The top frag of the lobby. Hoku going down. Very, very big when you always find the kill onto the Kingslayer here. So now St. Clair, getting more intel. They're going to get some shots off into, I believe that is 3. And that's going to be Leo going down. Drew tagged out to half HP. I mean, this is looking good for St. Clair. A 5-on-2. Drulu and 3 both tagged down weak. Rapid going to get some shots sent into him. He spots a player. He's trying to get a little bit aggressive here now. Looking for Rapid. Will find it. That's going to be Drulu going down, though, as a little bit of a trade going to come in. Salty Boy finds that kill. 3 last alive, looking for these players. St. Clair will have one just sitting right behind the bomb there. Salty Boy going to take out Drulu. Well, he was knocked, and now 3. What are you going to do? You're in a 1-on-4. You do have JM Beast and Salty Boy tag, but Chars and Kinger are going to be the most of your problems.
Yeah, it's just 3 left. He's so low, too. It's looking like Saints have taken this 6th round and are going to bring it to overtime. There's 4 seconds left. You got to find all 3 kills right now. You find one, but Chars is there for the trade.
Yeah, that's going to mean us forcing overtime game 1. We knew this one was going to be a close one, but not this close. It's going to be OT game 1 on Coastline. I got a hot take for you, Josh. Yeah. Whoever wins this OT wins the series. I'm calling it right now.
To be honest, I wouldn't even call it a hot take.
Yeah,
I mean,
the big thing is it's just so much momentum. Like Rainbow Six, to me personally, is just such a momentum-based game, and you're gonna see it here now. Actually, we see Iana on Rapid. We do not see Rapid play Iana very often at all. It's usually the other way around, where Rapid plays the Finka, Kinger plays Iana. But we're gonna flip things around this time, see how this one maybe goes. But yeah, it's not every day that teams will be able to come back from a 1-0 deficit in Rainbow Six Siege. So game 1 definitely gonna have an impact on this one. I think one of the big difference makers is how well Salty Boy is playing right now. I don't think St. Clair is in an overtime position without Salty Boy dropping 10+.
Yeah, honestly. And I mean, Salty Boy coming in here, and a lot of these rounds he finds himself taking down Hoku too, which is big, especially on those early attacking rounds. He was finding those, which definitely helped a lot in that first half. And now, as we move into the defensive half, or as we had moved into the defensive half, we saw a lot more from JM Beast, a lot more from Rapid as well, with a few of those early kills for sure.
And Kinger definitely Kinger and Rapid did a good job of putting that last game into like a 5-on-2 very early on, the last round, into a 5-on-2 very early on here. So back onto the attacking side of things. They did lose the attacking half 4-2, but by the time they got to the end of the attacking half, they looked a little bit stronger with their attacking rounds. So we'll see if they can translate this here now into round 13. The first overtime round between these two teams. It looks like they're playing it slow, trying to see maybe a Hoku peak, trying to get aggressive, but there's not a whole lot to be spotted as of yet.
Yeah. Camera's being taken down on the outside. As it's Hoku once again on this Kaid with the AUG here. But he's playing on site this time. A little different positioning than we've seen from him typically on the defensive rounds. He like in those first 3 rounds of the game, when we saw him find a first blood pick in, I think, all 3, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he did. He was going off in the first early rounds there, finding a lot of value here for himself. So Will he continue? We're not going to find out for a few more seconds, but to be completely honest, I mean, St. Clair does not have a whole lot of map control. We're already a minute 15 down, but this is a great Iana use here from Rapid, just to send this drone through, try to clear out this site, try to get some good intel for himself. And look at this. This is going to now allow the intel for JMBeast and Rapid that, hey, this room is fairly opened up here. Yeah, finally going to get my drone shot out, but Rapid knows that it's safe to hop down here, at least immediately, and now try to start clearing it out manually. All of these players going to be in towards the backside on this B bomb site.
Yeah, he's got JMBeast there for the support, but Leopard are going to take out Rapid from the other angle as JMBeast. Now he's in this room alone. He's going to use some utility to try and clear it out, but once again, Leopard here has these crazy aggressive spots. He knows when to flip into that aggressive play. He knows when to flip into those wide peaks perfectly, it seems.
Yeah, so that is going to be Salty Boy answering back, keeping up his kill status. That's going to be Chars here looking for one, not able to get the lineup. Salty Boy, they're good for another on Hoku. Now on a 2-on-3. This is a lot more doable. He's looking for more spots out the player behind the wall, just trying to line it up and firing away here. Will finally go down, and Chars will fall as well. I think the big play there was Salty Boy was just trying to find wallbangs and be more of a nuisance. Well, Chars had to come in and really make these impact plays, but just didn't really work out too nicely here. So that is going to be St. Clair dropping that first initial round. They are going to continue here now on to the next. This is a must-win case scenario, or Purdue will take game number 1. This isn't the first time St. Clair's been in a must-win case scenario, so time to do it again.
Time to do it again indeed. But Purdue, they're going to try their best to stop that. Purdue coming out with a pretty similar comp to what we've seen. Malusi coming out for the Saints, though. I believe that's the first time we've seen her here.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a whole lot of Malusi yet in this game. If we have, it's only been a round or two. But with that being said, it's going to be round number 14 now. Wow, we did not see our 6 games go this long that much anymore here these days. So nice to see here between St. Clair and Purdue. And St. Clair back onto the defending side. This is where they look a lot more comfortable. It really makes me question why they picked the attacking side here first. I'm not sure if they picked attacking side first on this map or the next one. I know that they picked one of the two, though. And I think the Saints just like attack, but I feel like they look more comfortable on defense. It's very interesting.
Yeah, Salty Boy doubling up on Capcan traps on one of those doors there. The rest of the setup phase is done. And action phase going to be getting in here. This is overtime match point for Purdue here. That would bring them 2 points up into beating St. Clair.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a blood battle. I mean, Purdue definitely got the pressure on in this round, but I think St. Clair's got even more of the pressure on in this one. They're trying to force this to a match point for both teams. As we do see Leopard pushing his way through into this one already, and so much control given over to Leopard early on towards this main lobby. And that's going to be JMBeast going down to Hoku. Hoku off to a good start. This is not what you were looking for if you're the St. Clair.
Yeah, once again, Hoku finding the initial pick, finding himself on attack this time during that, though. That's a big one. JMBeast as well falling. No more Maestro cams. That is going to take down a lot of the intel in St. Clair's back pocket, as they are not able to adjust those cameras anymore or use them to their fullest.
Yeah, minute 53 is what's left on the clock here now, and that's where the Saints got to use that time to the best as they can, because Purdue is going to be making their way through these sites, and they are making it pretty soon here now. All 3 of these players outside are looking to make their way in. This is a big kill. Rapid needs to do something on it. No! Drew will find the kill. A 5-on-3. Rapid is not happy about that one, and it is now going to put St. Clair at a 2-player disadvantage. Purdue, they might not have a crazy amount of map control yet, but this player advantage could do it all. Salty Boy needs to find those kills. They're just not able to get the first one. Just going to inflict some damage on a Drulu, but we need to see a kill go to St. Clair before Purdue finds the next.
Yeah, 2 St. Clair players stuck here on site. As the flashbang comes in, they're going to find themselves a little disoriented. And this is where the execute starts from Purdue. Nitro Cell going out.
Oh.
Not going to find the kill, but Squirrel taking a lot of damage on the outside there from that. And it's Drulu going to be peeking in. Oh, Hoku from behind. He's got great positioning here as he goes in, but Charles wins the fight.
So does
Little bit of
Kinger.
health left, yeah. Kinger winning his fight elsewhere against Leoparder.
Now, 2 out of the 3 of the players are weak here for the side of Purdue, but if you look at St. Clair health, they are pretty damn weak here themselves. So here we go, 3 going to initiate this diffuser with only 30 seconds left on the clock. We do see Kinger in charge trying to pitch and poke here into this site. Kinger actually going to make his way fairly pushed up. He spots the first player already. There's the kill. And now we're in a 2-on-2. This one is getting a little bit more interesting. Some utility is sent through there, but quickly destroyed. I mean, you're going to have to go for a little bit of a peek on this one here momentarily. I mean, Charles is a great lineup on this player towards outside, but you just can't be giving up this line of sight.
Him, though. Actually, Kinger's holding that angle.
They're both going to give it up. They both want to find this player over towards this side room. Kinger going to take a little bit of damage. He's going to hop a defuse here. Baits the first one out. There's the kill for Kinger. Now the second one has to follow it up. Kinger going to go down.
Charles, he's got time.
He finds it. Charles will force it to 7-7. We are seeing a round 15, Funders.
Oh, we are seeing it indeed. This is it. This is game point for both teams here. Final round of overtime. Who will take game 1?
It's a big question. Both teams are sitting at match point. It does not matter. You do not have to win. This is one thing that's really interesting about Siege. You don't have to win by 2.
Yeah.
Like, this is just straight up winner of the round takes this one. Who needs a whole 14 rounds ahead of this one?
Yeah.
We just need round 15. That's all you need in this one. So both teams going to be fighting for it now. Me and you, we're on our feet here now, ready to go for this one. It's going to get interesting. You see Kinger up there with 15. I feel like the most surprising stat line in this one is Salty Boy coming through at 14 on 11. I am personally so happy to see that.
So proud. Like, I mean, seeing this guy
It's like a proud dad.
Yeah, I know. Like, we're seeing him come in as a young child into this Siege roster, and now we have seen him grown up to second frag right behind Kinger there. It's great to see.
And he's been involved in a lot of these big plays, so it's really, really good to see. So here we are, 7-7. It's going to be your Saints on the attack, Purdue on the defense, and that scares me a little bit because the Saints are down 2-5 on attack. That's a big problem.
Yeah. Coming into this final round, Saints, they haven't found that many attack rounds. Even their first attack round in overtime, they did fall. But we're seeing Kinger on the Iona here. Rapid picking the Twitch this time. Taking a little bit of a different approach. Once again, Char's on the sledge. He's going to be making his way up top. Possibly going to go open that hatch on the roof, like we've seen so many times from both teams in this game.
I think we're going to see St. Clair play this one very slow just because they're a little bit nervous. And I think that's going to be a big killer here if they don't just play this one to default setup. But we'll see. JM Beast, he's looking for a little bit of intel early on, breaking through some windows, trying to find some poke here, maybe on a Hoku, because Hoku, I already know that he's going to be involved in this first couple gunfights. I mean, he's always one of these players that is providing a lot of this early on gameplay for us here, but we're already down a minute on the clock. A third of the time has already been used, and St. Clair is not having one player inside this building as of yet. Some drones are going to be getting shot out here now, and St. Clair, you got to do something about it. You got to make your way in here sooner than later. You do have Kinger on the Iana. He still does have this clone he can use, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him use it here fairly soon.
Yeah, Hoku on such an aggressive defensive champ like the Vigil too. Like, one of those champs that we see go for like these aggressive early picks on defense a lot. It's definitely something to look out for in this round as we're moving in. Rapid droning out for Kinger as he's trying to make his way, but the smoke is going to come out first.
Oh, Kinger, though, will lob the grenade and finds Drulu. The gas might do a little bit of damage and slow things down, but that grenade will do so much more. Now Kinger going to pull in the clone. Spots one out behind the bomb. That is a lot of good intel to know that that player is located there. So Salty Boy and Kinger both are going to be looking. There's 3 players stacked up over here, but we are down to less than a minute on the clock here now, and 3 has one hell of a decent lineup. If it could find one of the Saints' heads here, look at this. I mean, that's a nice little shot there if he can find it, but here we go, 45 seconds, Rapid making his way over towards the site here. He has one player stuck over in the corner, looking for a peek. The player advantage is still in favor of St. Clair. They're looking for this one. That's one for Chars, one for Rapid, a 5-on-2. They've made their way to the site. It's all up to Squirrel and Leopard. What can they do? It's going to be a diffuser going down for Salty Boy. Kinger finds the first. The last player is here in his Squirrel. JM Beast will find it. Flawless round for St. Clair. And they will come back from a 4-2 deficit. I believe it is actually 5-2 at one point in time.
Yeah, it was, 5-2. Yeah, because they had to make those 3 rounds back right. They brought it back to 5-4. They were able to bring it all the way to overtime. And even though they weren't able to win many attack rounds during the game, they win the crucial final one there. Kinger coming out with 17 kills. Salty Boy at 14 or 15 at the end there. Great play all around from the Saints.
That's crazy. I'm out of breath.
Yeah,
that was a big one there. A big game on Coastline. We talked about how big these game ones are going to be. We talked about how big these overtime wins are going to be. My hot take was who's going to take this game one will probably take the series, and that's going to put me in favor of the Saints here now. They played one great game there on Coastline. They had struggle in the very early on. They went down to a 5-2 deficit, clawed their way back, won it out in overtime, and will come away with a big game win here in this best of 3. Our next map we will be heading over to, I believe, was Clubhouse. Okay,
yeah.
So Clubhouse is going to be map number 2, but we are going to be seeing a quick little 5-minute break before we do actually head over into that one. So stick with us. We'll be right back with you guys in just a few minutes.